If you're a pain on a plane, why should the rest of us go insane? That's certainly a question I just asked. A United Airlines jetliner carrying more than 100 passengers en route to Vegas was diverted to Denver, a.k.a. the kilometer-high city, thanks to one fermented frequent flyer who was flying even higher. The unnamed a-hole in question was apparently drinking before and during the flight, and midway through the trip, decided it'd be a good idea to try and open an exterior door. Drunky McD-Bag was subdued and taken in by Colorado's finest once the plane landed. Says the Rocky Mountain Cop in a statement released to the media, quote, "There was a disturbance on board an unruly passenger. Due to that disturbance, pilots decided to divert to Denver." What happened next, Talking Doggy?
Say, I love you. Good girl. Good girl.
Talking Doggy makes me uncomfortable.
Wow.
I don't know.
Creepy.
I don't want to be alone in the room with Talking Doggy. Jim, there's got to be a better way than diverting a plane. If somebody is drunk, this story drove me crazy all day. It's like, if I was on that plane, why am I getting punished because of that jackass?
There is another way. Allow them to open the door and boot them out.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
I've had enough of inconveniencing everybody because of one drunk. I completely agree. If the guy has a bomb strapped to him, that's one thing. But if he's just an unruly ass, the other passengers should be allowed to beat him into submission and tie him up until they land.
Yeah. The only exception is if you have some kind of weird reaction to medicine. You know, let's say you're taking a sleeping pill, you had a few drinks, and next thing you know. Tamara, you know on cruise ships they have what's called a brig. It's like a place where they put people. I think it's on cruise ships. Maybe I dreamt this.
You love your cruise ships.
I do. But why can't they have a little mini prison on a plane? Like where they, they have a door that goes a little around and people can look in and see them.
It's called the bathroom of the plane. That's the prison. But you know, the guy who actually tackled this crazy guy, he was like 6'8", 350 pounds. I think that the plane should have a 6'8", 350-pound person in first class at all times, just in case.
Like a Kirstie Alley.
No.
Yeah. No. Hey,
I don't think
that's such a cheap joke. I apologize, Kirstie Alley. You're not that big.
She can't afford first class anymore either.
Go, J-Ho.
Well, then the next thing they're going to do is just ban booze, and we've actually had a couple of these incidents in the last few weeks. They're just going to ban booze, from all flights, which, it's fine for me because I usually got pop brownies anyway, but it's a real inconvenience for a lot of folks out there, and I think it's too bad because you remember in the 90s, flying was a joy, and we make it so dang uncomfortable now while avoiding, in my opinion, the real issue here, which is actually winning the war on militant Islam. Until then, flying's just going to be more and more of a drag.
Well, I got to ask you, Bill, can you prove that this wasn't you?
Yes, I can, because I have advice for the person that is probably still incarcerated, and I'll tell you why he's incarcerated. I've frequented the Denver International Airlines drunk tank, which is actually adjacent to the airport. This is a true story. And by frequent, I mean I was there for a solid 12 hours, Greg.
Yeah.
And this guy is not going to get away scot-free. A little advice, Drunky McD-Bag. Should you happen to get in some reading material for your long period there, do not fall asleep on the cots because a homeless man will steal it from you. And other things if he's not careful, Greg.
I don't know that. Here's the thing. I get worried because I sit on the plane and you don't know if you're going to say something that might be wrong to a flight attendant because now flight attendants, in a weird way, also have kind of an amped-up authority. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but, again, you're still the customer. You're still. If I have a problem with somebody, I actually beckon them like this. And I point if whoever's bothering me.
I like that. Like a Roman emperor a little bit. I like that, yes.
All right. We got to move on.